So this is it, the final session of Triple Nine. We're going to be rooting for the true end this time. So to get the true end, we needed to first get the safe end, which is what we got last time. Janie's just sent me the true end requirements, and there's so many, like, none of them are spoilery because we've already gone through all these decisions before. You have to go through a certain combination of doors and choose a certain number of responses in dialogues and stuff. And it says apparently that if you do not meet all of them, so if any, just one, there's like 7 requirements that you need to do here or something like that. If you miss one of them, you get the axe ending. You get stabbed in the back by Clover again. Like, what? It's bullshit. So we're gonna be very careful to make sure that we meet all of the requirements, because the last thing I need is some more steel in my back. But let's recap what we did last session. So last session we got the safe ending, which was a lot more fleshed out, wasn't it? And it wasn't an ending where we died. It was the first ending where we didn't die. However, a lot of things happened, didn't it? Ace turned out to be the one who was going around killing people with knives. He shot Snake like 6 times. And Snake, in this blind rage and final desperate attempt to just seek some kind of revenge and atonement for the failure to protect his sister Clover, he just kind of latched on to Ace to hold him into the incinerator room as the countdown began. We managed to make it out. Me, Junpei, Seven, and Lotus. And once they made it out, Junpei said, okay, wait here, I'm going to go get Santa and June. And as he did, Santa disappeared. He was gone. But June was there, and she was having another one of her feverish episodes. But this time she said she might not make it. She felt like she was dying. She confessed her feelings to us and everything. And then we heard a voice. It was from Zero. But he said that we weren't the losers. He said that he had lost, and then there was a door slamming behind us. We thought it was Zero. So in a desperate attempt to try and get some kind of answers in the identity of Zero, we set June down and opened the door. There was no one there. We turned around to face June again, and she was gone. Disappeared. And before we could even look for her, we had that horrible ass smoke. That anesthetic smoke again, and we passed out, and that was the end. So whatever happened to us after that, who knows? We've had a ton of theories so far. I've still got loads in my mind, and I'm so glad that a lot of them are actually still working, like with the whole Snake not being dead, well, when he was a corpse, and the whole not being able to distinguish faces, and the psychic communication and everything. So yeah, it's going really well. So this is going to be the final time that we're going into Triple Nine. And it's been an amazing ride. It's been an amazing journey. Really fun. This is a really fun, one of my favorite games of it, like story-driven games. This is definitely, probably my favorite one. This game is fiction. All names, characters, and instances portrayed in this production are fictitious, just so you know. Thanks, game. What would I do without you? And I came prepared. I got me a drink. Okay, so once more into this room where we need to escape. Now, what was interesting, wasn't it, about the situation was that Zero bracelet was not 0. In fact, it was 6. Now, 6 is June's number. So does that mean June's bracelet is also a 6? Or is a bracelet something else? It must be a 6, because how was she able to get through the doors with the combination of people that she went through with? Everyone based, including her, in doors, in activating doors, as though she was a 6, and it worked. So I'm really not too sure what to make of that. Could Santa be 0? I don't think he is, but then again, perhaps we didn't know how his sister died, do we? a theory came to mind that perhaps maybe she died to some kind of drug that was produced by that pharmaceutical company, and so he wanted to punish the people who, who created the drug and distributed it, which would make sense. But I don't know. The biggest thing that doesn't make sense, in fact, people-wise, is June. June is the biggest, like, sore thumb when it comes to trying to understand what's going on here. And when you think about it, she's the one that's always very calm, she's very nice, and all that. But at the same time, she's kind of like, she was a bit suspicious of us, but maybe she was like playing us a bit there. And hold on, let me just get these things. So 0, 2, 0, 2, 6, 0, 2, 6, 3, 0, 2, 6, 3. Oh shit. Anyway, June was really like nice with everyone and everything and all that business, and she's always wanted to be around us and stuff. But at the same time, what do we have connecting to her? Really? Really? What is it specific that's connecting us to her other than we went to elementary school with her? There's not really a lot going on. So I'm really not too sure what to make of June right now, to be honest. I don't want to say I'm suspecting her, but I think the game's done a very good job at casting her in an innocent light, you know? Even though that's the cliche, isn't it? It's the sweet innocent one. It's like, ah, I was the psycho all along, you know, like that's such a cliche in stories, games, that kind of thing. But and even we picked up on that at the beginning, didn't we? We were like, oh man, I bet it's her and stuff. 7, 4, 7, 4, 8. Wait, no. Yeah, 7, 4, 8, 5. 7, 4, 8, 5. So yeah, they did a good job at casting in this positive light and everything, and even we were suspicious of that to begin with. But even so, we ended up actually like dropping our guard to her in the end. So I don't know. I think they did a really good job at making her seem really innocent, and perhaps she legitimately is. I just don't know. I don't know. I have no idea who to suspect, to be honest. Deja vu, dude. Alright, so. Dig, 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 dig. I wonder why she was separated from the group there. I don't know. Zero said, I've always been close to you. What does that mean? Why has Zero always been close to us, and how? Very hard to make out. Okay, I think dude's gonna nab Clover in a second. And we gotta pick a door to go through. This is probably going to be our quickest run because we've done everything now, pretty much. All we've got to do is kind of just view the end. So Ace tricks the 9th man into thinking he can get through that door. And ends up blowing up so he can take his 9 bracelet, which is a powerful tool in this game. And that's the knife that he uses to stab Clover and Lotus and us, depending on what ending we get. You done fucked up, Mr. May. Oh. Go for it. I don't think that decision mattered, right? I hope not, otherwise we're fucked. No, I think that was our first decision. We have to go through door 4 to begin with, and that's when one of our first decisions comes up. We have to, pick... We have to choose to take the Clover card from Santa. Zero said that everyone who verified had to go through. Bam ba da bam. Braille always fascinated me as a kid. I remember having this lesson introducing us about how blind people kind of have to adapt to everyday lifestyles, such as reading. And Braille came up, and we all got these tablets and stuff, and we ran our hands along it, and we had to try and use this kind of like reference sheet to make out what it was we were reading with our fingers. It was some sick shit, man. I was like, this is insane. And to see people like be able to just run their hand over something and then just go bada 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 bada, it's like, wow, what? The sense of touch must be so fucking good. What would their digital route be? I'm gonna say 4, I think. Yeah. Really impressive, though. We have to go through door 4. Yeah. Besides, it's a more fun room anyway. I don't want to go through door 5. Let's go, go, go! That dog puzzle still amazes me, man. How, like, when I first saw it, I had no idea what it was. I just looked and just went, what is this mess? You know? But now that I know it's a dog, I will never be able to, ever, even looking back on the videos of when I first encountered it, I will never, ever, ever be able to go back and see the same image that I saw initially, look at it and go, what was this mess? Like, I'm gonna go to it. No, I can't. I'm just very much aware that that's a dog head and this is his legs. I can't do it anymore. It's like impossible for me. I find that really fascinating. this isn't one of the critical decisions, is it? Oh yeah, I guess I am sugar tits.
Well, that's okay. Yeah.
Oh, so this is when she kind of goes, Junpei, are you lying about who you are and everything? And how you got here? And we're like, how dare you? How dare you question my integrity? Woman? Woman? And then she's like, let's go into bed, Junpei. And you're like, what?
Jun-chan.
Oh, and this is when he June brings up the idea that the Titanic sank due to a curse, and the curse of Alice, this mummified priestess who looked very beautiful though dead, and all that business due to being frozen by that whole all ice business. Yeah! Sweet. What have I got again? Oh yeah, key. Sweet. Right, line up in there. Good stuff, good stuff. Item. Get my key out. I love the kind of games that you play and you just know it's like second nature just to know what to do next. You kind of feel like you've, got this kind of understanding with the game, which is pretty cool. I say that, watch me balls up this like the rest of these puzzles now. Like, what am I doing? Junpei, yeah, there we go. Look at the candle. Here we go. Shit. Candlestick key. I've never heard of that in my life. It's a key. There's a candlestick, and a candlestick has a key. Open that shit up. Yep. Okay, so this is the first critical decision we need to make aside from choosing this room. He offers us the clover because he hates what the clover stands for. The hope. What was it? Hope, faith, love, and luck? We must accept it, so take it. There we go. We decide to take it. So the next critical thing that we need to come up with is when we get the dry ice and June tells us something about the sublimation point of CO2, we need to say, it did strike Junpei as rather odd. And I just go, yeah, I guess that works.
Poochie, poochie, poochie. Poochie, poochie, poochie. Poochie, 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 poochie. Poochie, poochie, poochie. Little pooch.
Sweet. It's a dog. I want to see what happens when we say it's a dog. Maybe a dog? See, you've got the head there, and these are the front paws. And these are the back paws. Junpei traced the black contours. That's so cool. See? Ah, I see it. I guess you got a point. Santa, despite his constant aloofness, was clearly impressed. Junpei glanced over at Lotus. She looked stunned. How did you know? You're right. I didn't think you'd have been able to guess that. For a brief moment, Junpei felt a swell of pride. So? Now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us. Lotus nodded and began to speak. A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once, so she goes on to explain how people who first saw this image had no idea what it was, but as soon as people began to know, everyone around the world started to guess that it was a dog more easily, without even coming across the picture or the people who knew about it. Sweet. Okay, so I think we're gonna be heading into the freezer room. Oh man, this place sucks ass. I hate this place.
Yeah, take the Junpei on the case.
Oh, tits, my tits. Right, Okay, click. Voucher, it says. Just click on that, yeah. Excuse me, princess. Brilliant. Alright. Have I heard the sinking of the Titanic was predicted? Yes, I have. You told me it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. There was a novel about that, a bunch of stuff in it that described the sinking of the Titanic before it actually sank. Yeah, that's the one. The title of the novel is Futility. It was written 14 years ago before the Titanic sank. 14 years ago, 14 years before. But, I know. I mean, I don't know the name of the book, but the story was the same, right? It was just like what happened on the Titanic. Yeah. I heard it was all a hoax. A hoax? I heard that the stuff that matched up to the Titanic so well was actually added after it sank. Apparently, the only thing that was the same originally was that a boat ran into an iceberg and sank. But the novel was published in 1898, 14 years before the accident. Like I said, that was the first print of the book. 14 years later, the author heard about what happened to the Titanic. He figured that it was his chance, you know? He just went back and changed some stuff in his novel. So, that it matched to the Titanic exactly. Surprised by Junpei's response, June seemed rather taken aback. Really? Really? There's no such thing as premonitions or any of that stuff. For a moment, June looked very unhappy, more so than Junpei thought was normal for such a discussion. But it lasted only a moment. With no apparent reason, she suddenly looked up at him, alarmed. But,
Big butts.
that wasn't the only book that predicted the Titanic sinking. It wasn't? Yep.
Well, we heard all about that.
Alright, sweet.
Oil. Let's go have a shower, June. Happy dirty.
Alright. Okay, I need to open the freezer door, whichever one that was in. Aha!
You're so smart. Put some of that oil on me.
Okay, so this is where we get our next critical decision. Okay. Okay, I think this might be... Yeah, it did strike Junpei as rather odd. I don't want that axe in my back, son. I do not want that axe in my back. So now we're explaining the whole idea of Ice 9. There's ice that doesn't melt at room temperature. Or at 0 degrees Celsius. They refer to it as Fahrenheit in here, which kind of fucks me up. Because I don't know how to measure in Fahrenheit. I need a bottle or something, don't I? There we go. Right, blow that shit open! So our next decision is we need to go through door 9. And then we must choose when 7 is trying to recall this story about Ice 9. We have to say, do you know anything about Ice 9? A choice that we made before.
Master Chef. Junpei on the case.
C plus F plus 10. I tried to remember, so it'd be C. Wasn't the hexadecimal for 10 like A, but then like there was also a situation where 10 would be 16 as well? I never got that, but I kind of just rolled with it, and we were able to solve the puzzle that way. So I guess that'd be, yeah, this would be 12, 10, or 16, and 15. Can we take the meat?
Man, this book smells good.
Oh, come on, man. You ain't gonna eat it? I totally would. Oh, no, wait, did I have to add them up? I had to add them up, didn't I? Okay, 10. So that'd be 31. 43, was it? There we go. Let's get the fuck out of here, man. I hate that place. So the doors we need to go through again are 4, 7, and 1.
Ace, you motherfucker. Ace, motherfucker! Sunshine and rainbows, Ace!
Man, that asshole. I knew when he injected himself with something that well, when he supposedly injected himself with something. I knew it was sketchy then. That's when I started suspecting Ace of something, man. I love the haunting soundtrack in this game. The chiming of that clock. And that end music, man. Every ending we've had. You get that horrible ass ending music when it says like bad end or game over, is it? You know, I was like, oh god. Just kind of left something that wasn't right with you after you finished it. Which kind of urged you to want to be like, okay, start a new game. Let's go back to Hustler and why? Because man, I mean, you might be there now. I guess she was right. Okay. So this is when Ace goes to attempt to kill Snake. But I'm sorry guys, I just realized I had the controller plugged in, so you probably had this screeching noise in your fucking ears. My bad, man. Fuck. It's out now anyway. It's out. Ace, motherfucker! So this is gonna be, as soon as we go through these doors, this is when Ace is going to attempt to try and kill 7, but instead he ends up killing someone who looks like Snake. I think I'm gonna go with door 7. Okay, 7 it is. Yeah. Alright then, that means June's gotta go through 8. What? Why? Because Santa grimaced and muttered angrily to himself and finally began to explain. If the 6 of us are going to keep going without leaving anyone behind, there's only 3 ways we can do it. Plan A. Go through 7 with one group and 8 through one. B. Go through 7 with another and 8 with another. Plan C. Go through 7 with a different one and 8 with another different one. And that's it. Those are our only options. In other words, 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 can never go through the same doors. You get it now? Is Fanta? As Santa finished, June looked over at Junpei, tears welling up at the corners of her eyes. Oh no. You're saying we aren't gonna see each other again for a long time? Junpei felt just as June did. He wanted to be by her side through whatever trials they were preparing to face. But he knew if they were to survive, he had to swallow his feelings. Okay, so we went through 7, which is one of our other requirements. In the operating room, when 7 is about to remember something, we have to say, do you know something about Ice 9? And then we have to give Clover the 4-leaf clover as well. And then that's all the requirements except for going through door 1.
Hey, take the jumpy out of the case, get back!
Right,
Gross.
Okay, let's pick up the scalpel. Alright, see if there's anything we can pick up from here. Alright, so this is their weight for future reference when we're doing the puzzle. Alright, we can't come here. We need the dies. Ah, buddy. There's a note on top of the table. Iron 1, salt 2, water 3, carbon dioxide, ammonia, and ethanol. Carbon dioxide, ammonia, and ethanol. I think, is this the one for carbon dioxide? Something like that. Ah! Okay, so I think it's 3 molecules. Yeah, 1 atom and 2 oxygen atoms. Okay. So 3 would be the first one for us, and it was ammonia and ethanol. Yeah, so 3. So 3 and 4. 3, 4, and is this ethanol? Yeah. Oh, good stuff. Yes, it's ethanol. 3 and 4. I want to say it's a 6. No, 9, so 2, 4, and 9. 3, 4, and 9, sorry. Three, 4, and 9. Sweet. Ah, this is where we have to tell him about Ice 9. Well, ask him to tell us about Ice 9, in fact. Do you know about Ice 9? If we said, do you know something about it, instead of Ice 9, we would have got an axe in our face. Ain't that some shit? That is some horrible ass butterfly effect going on there, man. Trying to apply that same kind of logic to your own life, you be specific with them names, man, otherwise you're gonna get an axe in your face. Don't say you want a, you don't want, if you, like, say you go to McDonald's or some shit and you want a burger, don't just say I want one of those, say you want a burger, otherwise axe in your face! That's what happens. Finally, I've understood the error. I got a heart, put the heart in the bacon. Red liquid in. Sweet. That little jump Clover does. He's such a badass. But you know, if you put in blue before you mixed in the red, I would have killed you with an axe. Oh god. Can't be dealing with this.